Up to this day you may have considered hyenas, cuckoos, and maybe some kind of parasites to be the most disgusting animals in the wild, but today your opinion will change fundamentally. Eagles, yes, these proud, beautiful, noble birds of prey, all animals hate them. Well, not exactly everyone, but animal parents really do, and that's not my opinion, to be honest. We were going to make a video about the feud between eagles and wolves. Turned out things get much more exciting today. I'll prove it to you, and you'll also learn how eagles choose their prey, why they kill their babies, and why even deep-sea salmon can't hide from this bird of prey in music. So hardly anyone will be surprised to hear that eagles prey on small mammals, all kinds of ducks, reptiles, and fish. It's common knowledge, the food chain, and all that, but there are items on the eagle menu you wouldn't expect to see there at all. Eagles attack wolves, of course. Even the largest eagle poses little threat to healthy adult wolves, but these birds of prey can easily grab careless wolf pups with their powerful legs, and no one will save them then. But the eagles don't stop there. There's evidence that golden eagles even attack juvenile brown bears and reduce their population. Do you realize that the bears, and again they target cubs? It's the same story with reindeer. Golden eagles attack small deer because apparently they simply can't handle the adults. But scientists noticed a strange thing about that too. You may remember how I mentioned most predators choose their prey among the weak and sick. This increases the chances of a successful hunt and saves energy. Well, the golden eagles couldn't care less about these rules. Of all the deer, they choose only the healthiest and apparently nutritious ones. Hunting rules. What rules? So this one's too skinny, and this one looks sick, this one's ugly, oh this one will do. Of course it's understandable, the young of various species are at risk. It's still amazing how persistently the eagles target them. At some point I thought maybe they feed on young, so often they also know exactly when the fish will spawn, and I was right. Thousands of eagles congregate along the Harrison River in British Columbia every year from November to February. They all want to eat the salmon that arrived here to spawn, and when I say thousands of eagles, I mean a damn many birds. Biologists claim their number sometimes reaches 35,000. 2,000 to 3,000 eagles can move into the river every day, and these are not some tiny birds. We're talking about bald eagles. Oh, and by the way, since we're talking about them, it seems that sometimes the eagles are too keen on eating young, even their own. This behavior has been documented at least twice. In 2002, when bald eagles attacked their own chicks, killed and ate them. No, seriously, that's taking it too far. I said it's too far. Among other things, these birds sometimes try to steal human kids. Like in Australia, when a wedge-tailed eagle grabbed an 8-year-old boy by the hoodie and was about to carry him away. Is it because he's a kid? Well, okay, to be fair, there's more than just kids on the eagle menu. For example, they're always ready to eat pets ranging from ducks, chickens, and even parrots to cats and dogs. This issue is especially pronounced in places where the population of eagles is really large. Before you can do anything, your pet's already being carried away to a nest. Music. Take for example Alaska. Here the number of bald eagles exceeds 30,000, and each of them will happily eat some chihuahua. What are people supposed to do in a situation like that? Protect pets with a special spiked body armor. They were originally designed to protect pets against coyotes, but they also work well against eagles. Plus, this outfit will make your dog look like a cyberpunk character. And since I mentioned coyotes, take a close look at this one. 3, 2, 1. Hey, what happened? The bird literally snatched the meat out of the coyote's mouth as if he does something like this every day. The coyote tried to catch up with the eagle, but let's be honest, it's hard to chase someone who can just fly away. Although you know, it's pretty weird. Wolves are tough land predators and can eat up to 20 pounds of meat at a time. Of course, they cherish their prey. If you've ever tried to take away a treat from a dog, you can imagine how unwilling its wild relatives are to part with food. Seems like a wolf should have an obvious advantage on land: sharp teeth, powerful jaws, hunting skills. Alas, when it comes to fighting eagles, wolves lose big time. The wingspan of an adult eagle can be greater than the body length of a wolf. Eagles know how to take down even larger prey. They know exactly where to hit. They aim for the back of the victim's head in order to immediately get to the brain. Another technique eagles really like is grabbing the face to go for the eyes. Blinded prey can't fight back as much. Well, if the animal the eagle spotted is not very large, it simultaneously attacks from two sides. The talons enter between the ribs and puncture the lungs. After that, you don't have to sweat, just wait until the prey dies. However, as you already realized, eagles may abandon hunting when there's an easier way to get food, like taking it away from wolves. Maybe this is why the wolves have learned to hide their prey as thoroughly as possible. Just imagine you got distracted from your lunch for just a second and your neighbor immediately stole it and then flew away. Eagles should be more grateful to wolves. After all, thanks to them, these birds have access to a sort of lunch buffet at any time of the year, and they don't need to do anything, just take the wolf's prey away. The wolves are probably not happy about that, but don't think that brazen theft is the only way they interact with each other. It's just that eagles, these noble and beautiful birds, didn't come up with better ideas, but the ravens did. They have a really special relationship with wolves, which I'd call something like animal friendship. Ravens chase prey along with wolves when it comes to hunting, or make a loud noise if they find some carrion. This is how the birds attract the attention of the wolves, so that they come and tear open the prey. Well, it's more comfortable for the ravens to eat this way, but that's not all. Ravens often communicate with wolves, especially the young ones. Birds grab sticks and play a sort of tug-of-war with puppies, fly over young wolves and trick them into jumping. Some scientists suggest ravens may even form special bonds with certain wolves in a pack. You know what I just realized? Crows are the very birds that love to bother eagles. Remember, I talked about them in one of the videos. Yes, crows and ravens are different species, but they all belong to the Corvus genus, that is, they're related. Eagles take prey from wolves, wolves befriend ravens, crows take away food from eagles. Damn, I just now realized there could be a real connection between all of them. Well, when there are no wolves or anyone's cubs on the horizon, eagles can take away prey from someone else. In this video taken by photographer Kevin E.B. in Washington, a young fox is carrying what appears to be a rabbit. Not like I could read fox emotions from the back, but the predator looks quite satisfied until hey okay, I just hope this guy's alright. They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it. But don't think this is a one-sided confrontation. See this rabbit on the branch, it hardly climbed there on its own, and then just died. The fox clearly intends to take it, then carry it somewhere safe for a bite. Easy, you're gonna fall. Oh, here comes the eagle. I suspect that was his rabbit. Whatever the case may be, eagles really know a lot about hunting, and it would be strange if over the entire history of mankind people have not learned how to put it to good use. Falconry, that is hunting by means of birds of prey, was first mentioned around 2000 BC in Mesopotamia. The falcon was also a symbolic bird of the ancient Mongol tribes, but even today this method of hunting is practiced in Mongolia, Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. Often people use golden eagles, and not just train them to grab various game. No, birds are trained to hunt wolves. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the eagles don't pose any significant threat to adult wolves, but only until a falconer gives them a command. But don't think this is some kind of entertainment. Wolves often threaten domestic animals, cause enormous damage to the economy, and generally make life in remote areas unsafe. And here's an example for you. At the beginning of the 20th century, one wolf ruled over South Dakota for almost 10 years. He hunted livestock and evaded any hunters. The wolf has been described as the cruelest, most sagacious, the most successful animal outlaw that the ranged country had ever known. The cruelty of this predator cost the owners of farms and ranches $25,000, an amount equal to about $311,000 these days. But the wolf didn't just hunt, he also mutilated his prey and killed just for the sake of killing. There were terrible rumors that the wolf was not an ordinary animal but a hybrid of a wolf and a mountain lion. He was accompanied by 2 coyotes who served as his bodyguards. There was a bounty on the monster's head, which equals $6,000 today. Only after several months of tracking the wolf was caught, but even then he managed to run about 3 miles with a trap on his front leg. Do you realize what kind of monster that was? People really had to make a lot of effort to get rid of it. And who knows, maybe everything would be much easier if they used eagles. Moreover, birds of prey are used not only to protect livestock. Today farmers turn to them to get rid of pests that destroy crops, and quite successfully. Here's a simple example. According to airstrike bird control, the flock of small birds can wipe out up to 80 of a blueberry crop. There are many ways to scare off such pests, but the problem is the birds realize when they're being scared deliberately, so they're no longer afraid, but they are always scared of predators. Moreover, eagles or falcons don't really have to hunt small birds, they just need to drive them away and look menacing. You can't get used to something that wants to eat you. See you later.